Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Now and Then Some podcast with Robin and Kaley. I'm your host, Robin.
And I'm your other host, Kaley.
And here we talk about everything from now and then.
And then some.
That's right. And what are we talking about this week, Kales?
Well, let's just talk about the fact that I'm bundled up, you're bundled up. It's freaking cold here.
It is so cold. I just dropped my phone down the crack. Okay.
She got it. It's freaking cold, y'all.
It's freezing.
There's a heavy chance of snow this week, which is wild.
Yep, it might have already snowed by the time this comes out.
Yeah, by the time this comes out.
We're filming this way well in advance because I'm going to Mexico. Last week, I will have gone to Mexico.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hopefully we keep our power and people don't go
prayers
crazy.
up for Texas on that because we're not set up to succeed in that weather.
Nope. I'm doing another grocery order that will be delivered later today. Got some soup.
I got mine yesterday, so I am
Got some
stocked up
cereal.
and ready to go if, God forbid,
Got some ramen.
we have another snowpocalypse.
Could be crunching on some raw ramen.
Yum. I'm prepared though, so if shit goes haywire, I'll be all right at my house. But I'm really hoping shit doesn't go haywire. You know?
Yep. It's just random. Not great timing either.
No, with everything else that we have going on, you going on a trip, work stuff, like it's just there's a ton.
Yeah.
There's a ton right now.
Not great.
So prayers up for all.
Yep.
Okay. I got a couple things I need to talk about because we haven't done, I guess, a regular episode in a while.
Yeah.
So let's talk about my sports teams first. We'll start with the Texans because I'm wearing my Texans Abercrombie sweatshirt.
So cute.
And it is so soft.
Oh, yeah.
Like the comfiest thing. I pretty much lived in this for the last 3 days. Don't mind me. My Texans lost to the Chiefs. You know what? I went in with realistic expectations. I wasn't going in like, oh, we're gonna beat them for sure. I knew it was gonna be an uphill battle.
Yeah.
I knew that the Chiefs have the refs on their side. The egregiousness of the calls is just insane and it changes the whole game. Now, I'm not going to blame the refs fully because we had ample chances on offense to get our shit done.
Right.
But it does affect the momentum. It's a big third down stop and then they're like, flag, unnecessary roughness on Mahomes because he threw his head back.
Floppy
and then,
Magoo.
just like that, it's first down and they're at their 30. Like when we stopped them, that changes the game.
Yeah.
And there were multiple egregious calls against us because they're the Chiefs and everyone loves the Chiefs, including the refs.
Little golden children over there.
Yep. And let me tell you, Robin, so I went, downtown to watch the game and I literally wore this sweatshirt, some jeans. I look, casual, cute. Go to Little Woodrow's downtown. I look around. There's just girls everywhere in their little Chiefs t-shirts and Chiefs this. And I'm thinking, you can't name 5 players on the Chiefs. You can't name anyone else besides Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes. Guaranteed. And it just pisses me off because I'm a fan of like my teams that I have been a fan of since I was born.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm mad. It made me mad looking around going, look, all these fake fans just because they love Taylor Swift, which I love Taylor Swift. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I'm not going to change up my sports fandom because I like Taylor Swift.
They probably didn't have a team.
Oh, it makes me so mad. And then there's guys too. I'm like, are you from Kansas City? Do you have family in Kansas City?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you go to Tech? Those are my only excuses. Like, if you went to Tech, cheer for the Chiefs because Patty, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Hold down your school. You've got family from there. Hold it down. But if you're just a fan because the Chiefs are winning and there's a chance they might three-peat, I can't get down with that either. It's frustrating, Robin, for some true loyal fans.
I feel like I'm allowed to wear my Chiefs sweater because he was my QB.
In fantasy. I guess I'll allow that one too.
I did not wear it. I didn't even watch the game. So when fantasy's over and he's no longer my quarterback, it would be weird if I was to continue to root for them. I would probably do it if they were playing against a team that's like
hated.
Yeah. But I would never do that.
The Cowboys? Sure.
I would never do that in Texas against the Texans.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, you're going out there and just being a random Chiefs fan because of Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. But you live in Texas and they're playing a Texas team.
I should have taken a picture.
Literally called the Texans.
I should have taken a picture at Little Woodrow's. You would have been, anytime the Texans did something good, we were the only table in the whole joint screaming.
I don't think it would be that way if y'all were in Houston.
Well, no, of course not.
But probably a little bit. There probably would still be
there'd
little,
still be people pissing me off for sure.
little bandwagon
but
fans.
my thing is, like, Austin is not that far from Houston.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours. And we're in the same state.
Yeah.
And it just made me mad because I could not believe there were not more Texans fans. Or there were, and they had switched over to the Chiefs.
That would be like if the Aggies were playing, somebody else, and I went out to a bar and I'm like wearing the other team's stuff.
Yes.
Because we're close to College Station.
Yes.
We're both Texas teams. Like, I would always root for any Texas team to beat anyone else.
Okay. See, this is where I do have to draw the line because you will never catch me cheering for the Cowboys or the Rangers.
Okay.
But that's also because.
But you wouldn't actively root against them and wear the other team's stuff.
I wouldn't wear the other team's stuff.
You would actively root against them?
Depends on the situation.
But yours comes from a true fandom, not just a bandwagon.
No, it's not a bandwagon, and it's been my whole life that way. It's years and years of this.
It's fair.
Anyway, I just needed to call that out. We lost. It's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to let it.
She's really convincing herself.
It is okay. On the other side of things, the Astros, I haven't talked about them in a little while. So what's crazy, Breggy still hasn't signed with anyone.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
It's getting close to the.
I think I was wrong. I don't think there's like a hard deadline.
Oh. Feels like there should be.
I thought there was, but I don't think there is. But it's very odd that he hasn't.
When does the next season start?
Well, spring training is so like March. They'll start doing spring training with their teams, which is like the pre-season practice.
You would think by like mid-February would make sense so that they could get acclimated to the new team, move their family.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Find a school for your children.
There's been all these reports of all these teams that are interested, but he has not signed with anyone. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that his manager is being greedy with everyone, and everyone's like, dude, in what world do you think that you're worth this?
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
He's trying to like make a bidding war for him, but everybody's like, we have players already.
Yeah, and we're like, we want you, but we're not willing to sell an arm and a leg for you.
Right.
So it's interesting that he hasn't signed with anyone, but a sad note is that Justin Verlander did sign with someone, and now we don't have him anymore, which we kind of knew that was going to happen. He's older. He's 37, 38, maybe 39, actually.
Rude. Just kidding.
Older. I said
baseball.
older, and I didn't say old. But he's old for baseball standards. Yeah. And he just signed like a 1-year deal. It'll be his last year. I can't even remember who. God, why am I blanking on who he signed with? Anyway.
I'll look it up.
But RIP to JV on the Astros. Love you for all you've done for us. It'll be sad not seeing Kate Upton in Astros gear. That's always like a little highlight that we got.
Right. He's 41.
Oh, God. Okay.
Did
he sign back with the Tigers or was it the Mets?
He signed with the Giants.
Oh, Giants. Random.
Yep.
Random. Okay. Anyway, so, love you, Justin Verlander. Thanks for all the good times. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with our team, how we're going to look with all these new people, because it's going to look like a completely different team.
It's giving Sandlot.
Okay, we're not like the Bad News Bears coming together, Robin. The good people are good.
It's learning each other.
The new people are good. It's not like it's the Bad News Bears.
Hey, all the guys on the Sandlot, with the exception of one, were very good. It's just scrappy. You got to learn each other.
We got to figure each other out. So I'm excited. I think we'll still be solid. I'm going to miss Breggy.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what happens with him.
Yeah.
Okay, a couple other things that I want to talk about. I went to, this might be why I sound slightly on the edge of losing my voice and it might go out on me. I went to karaoke this past weekend and I went to Common Interest. Have you ever been there?
Oh, yeah.
I've never been there.
My ex used to be the guy that does the
thing. The DJ?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And he'd get up there and sing his go-to song to sing whenever there was a lull.
Mm-hmm.
Audio Slave, Like a Stone.
Oh.
Like a stone.
Uh-huh. But he was good?
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
But it was one trick pony.
Oh, okay.
In many ways.
Not even going to ask any further questions on that. Okay. So I went there for the first time. And after we watched the game and drank all day, so I was feeling real nice by the time we got to Common Interest.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a ton of people in there because it was Saturday.
Yeah.
And I tried to get on the list, but, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I texted in, I Venmo'd. I never got my name called.
Damn.
But I was with Otis, and he would absolutely kill me if he knew I was talking about this, but I know he doesn't listen, so we're safe. So Otis was with us.
Clip it.
Yeah, right. And, you know, Otis is like the chillest of the chill, the most unassuming guy.
Yeah.
And I had asked him, like, do you ever sing? And like some of my friends have been to Common Interest with him multiple times and they've never seen Otis sing. And I was like, Otis, you should totally sing. You should totally sing. And I knew he like rapped in a group back in the day and he's on Spotify in this like rap group.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
But I've never heard him sing and he never says like, I sing. Well, he signs up for karaoke. And I was so thankful that they called his name. Because again, I was on the list for an hour and a half, didn't get called.
Right.
They call Otis up there. And he's singing F You or Forget You by CeeLo Green.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. Robin?
Did you film it?
No.
Dang it.
Brought the house down. I'm talking.
I have such FOMO.
No, like literally killed it. He got the crowd even going at the beginning. And my jaw was on the floor because I was like, Otis is so chill.
And you didn't think to bust your phone out?
I didn't. I was so into it.
Yeah.
He crushed it. He sounded so good. He put on a performance and he comes back and he's like, yeah. And I was like, Otis, you've been hiding that?
That's amazing.
It was amazing. And then we were getting mad because we all wanted to sing and no one was calling us up. So then we got one of the little back rooms and went in there for the last hour and a half and sang our hearts out.
I need my moment.
Yeah, we needed our moment. So we were in one of the back rooms.
Love it.
And did that. So it was just so fun.
Can I tell him that you told me? I just won't say that you told me on the pod.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to be like, I need a little sample.
No, you need to tell him I've been bragging to everyone.
Yeah,
He'll be mortified because, again, he's like the chillest of the chill. But
I'll be like, Otis, come on.
He's one of those people that like the whole crowd, like everyone was in it. He was crushing it, Robin. Like
working the crowd, not just like being like nonchalant.
Exactly. Working the crowd and not just like crushing it with an say, he sounded amazing.
Wow.
Like,
all right, we need to do another round of karaoke with Otis.
So we just got to get a few drinks in Otis and say, hey, let's go to Common Interest.
We should go to the place that you can get the rooms that also has like the venue attached to it.
It's like Egos?
No, Highball?
I don't think I've been
something
there.
like that. They have like bowling and karaoke rooms, and that's where I've seen that 90s band that I know from school.
I've never been there.
I think it's Highball. It's something like that. They have two locations.
You know me. I'm never saying no to karaoke.
We should do it for your birthday.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
I feel bad doing something for my birthday because my birthday last year was so big, obviously.
Doesn't mean that the next birthday doesn't matter.
You know, but I don't want to like put
Still
anyone out.
another trip around the sun.
I don't want to put anyone out.
To have a birthday party at a place that people just show up to and
you're right,
drink and have a good time?
That's not putting people
No.
out. You're right.
No.
Okay, let's do that.
Not making them drive to Lake Jackson.
Right. I'm not doing that again. And I didn't do that.
That's true. Happy to do it.
Okay, let's do that though. That sounds fun. I love karaoke. Oh, it was such a good time.
Fun.
Such a good time.
I love it.
Okay, what else we got to talk about?
So this might be a little niche.
Just a little bit.
If you don't want to hear us talk about a reality show about Barstool Sports, you can fast forward.
I'll try not to talk too long, but we're going to talk about it.
We have to talk about it.
Yeah.
So, and also as like a overall wreck. Like,
100%.
Spoilers, if you are going to watch it after our description, you'll already know what happened, but it's still really good. Like, if you like reality competition shows, Survivor, Traitors, Big Brother, any of those.
The Challenge.
This is up there, if not better.
It's so interesting because
it's the dynamics.
As I was going to say, it's the added layer of it's not strangers come on this show. Yeah. It's people that have worked together for years.
Like,
come on this show.
Some of them 15 years. Some of them have known each other 20. Some maybe just 5, but they have formed really either tight, actual, real life friendships.
Yes.
Or like going to each other's engagement parties and weddings type of friendships.
Well, this is why I think
and opposite. Like feuds.
Well, this is why I think Surviving Barstool is more like The Challenge than it is Survivor. Because The Challenge, these people have known each other for years. There's history.
Yeah.
So it's not like Survivor where it's all these strangers and you don't really mind backstabbing.
Right.
It's different.
And you don't even really need to know the history, although Kaley and I very much do. Because it's just, the way that they are, like you don't
tell
have
you
to.
And they show flashbacks and stuff.
They show flashbacks. They talk in the confessionals and stuff like that. So anyway. The biggest news for us was when it was announced that Rhea of Chicks in the Office fame was going to compete on it. Now, Fran couldn't because of her wedding.
Yes.
Because they filmed it months ago, right around the time that she was going on her honeymoon.
Yep.
So keep in mind, they send everybody that they choose to go on this 24 people to Chicago office, which is this amazing crazy playland for adults that get to work there every day, which is just insane.
Yep.
And they have to sleep there for about 7 nights, 8 days with these coworkers. They
can't leave. They see any sunshine. They never leave the office.
They do have access to their phones here and there, which I think they're going to probably reconsider next year.
I have some thoughts on that.
Yep. And so Rhea ended up making it. We are in Boston making our signs, Kaley and I, for the show.
Yep.
And I'm like, what if I made mine say, all I want for Christmas is for Rhea to win Surviving Barstool? And then I turn to Kaley and I say, although they're never going to let her win because she's a girl.
She did say that.
And guess what?
Our girl won it.
She won it all. Oh, we've been burying the lead. $250,000. Like minus taxes, but still.
Yeah.
A lot of money. A lot of money. We just never thought, because there's such a history with Rhea and Dave, who owns Barstool, and Hank, who's been with Barstool since the beginning, and their relationship. And then now she's getting married to a different Barstool employee, Marty Mush.
It's a little messy.
A little bit messy there. So we just never thought. But also there's this weird dynamic of Dave wanting to keep his biggest moneymakers happy.
Which Chicks in Office is up there.
But man, she made some enemies.
Well, okay. My thing is, and I will stand by this. I watch Survivor, Big Brother, The Challenge, which The Challenge doesn't have the jury votes, but like Big Brother and Survivor have the jury votes. And I will stand by this. I don't care if people annoy you. I don't care if they backstab. I don't care.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you have to vote at the end for who played the best game.
And they did.
And they did. And they wanted to talk a lot of shit like they weren't going to. But guess what? When it all came down to it, they said, Rhea played the best game. I'm voting for her.
When they got down there and they had that marker to write down the name, no matter what they said during that jury, they had the top 3, which was Dave Portnoy, Rhea, and
Megan making money.
They gave speeches, and then every member of the jury could either ask them questions or like give them a speech, which was very entertaining because it's all the people that have been voted off.
Yep.
And but then by the time that they went and voted, I was so worried that it wasn't going to be her because of how everything went down.
Me too.
But I've been watching a lot of behind the scenes stuff today to prepare. And a lot of them, like, they had like stool scenes. They had a vlog of Bussin' with the Boys with Will Compton and
Taylor won.
Thank you. And they were all talking about it even before the reunion. And they're like, I was going to choose probably Dave or maybe even Megan, but probably Dave because Rhea had said, like, I'm bringing him along because no one's going to vote for him to win and win his own money. They were all saying, like, I was going to vote for Dave to just spite her for that. Because they all the people who get voted off go to a house and they get to watch, like, the pivotal moments happening on a TV there. So they heard Rhea say this. But they all said that her speech is what actually changed their minds.
To vote for her?
Uh-huh.
Oh, see, I felt the opposite.
Me
I
too.
thought she ruined it with that speech.
Me too. They all said that it was her speech.
The only part of her speech I liked, which this is all she should have talked about, in my opinion. I get it, sister. You've gone through it there.
Yeah.
And I am with you on that. I've supported you the whole way. I
8
love
years,
you.
Been through hell. Yes.
I love you.
Yeah.
But that, to me, is not what Surviving Barstool's about.
Right.
Surviving Barstool is I played the best game and here's all the moves that I made and here's all the challenges I won.
I think that's what they were referring to because they really did think that Dave was the one pulling the strings.
I think she needed to do a better job, which I'm glad they saw it. But I felt like she needed to do a better job explaining, like, no, I have been dragging his ass and I'm the one that made the moves and the decisions.
They said it was a combination of him admitting it, even though he tried to claim 40% of it, whatever. He at least still gave her 60% of the credit. It was a combination of that, her speech, and Keegs in the house. And Keegs was trying to play it cool in the house because she knew that she was going to rub them the wrong way.
Yeah, if she went too hard.
But she still had to at least
She's gonna have
stick
her back.
up for her girl.
Yeah.
But they were saying, Kirk and Dave were talking, and they were like, I think it was Whit that
Love Whit.
That I think Whit's the one who said it, and Dave was like, she'll never see that Keegs put her friendship with Rhea over $250,000.
She did.
She didn't mean to, but she did.
Oh, no, she did.
Yeah.
I said the same thing when she got voted out. All she had to do was put down Rhea's name to save herself. And it wouldn't have even necessarily sent Rhea home.
Right.
But it could have changed her outcome. And she wouldn't do it, which I respect.
I got to respect it.
But also, let me just tell you, I would have a really hard time because I'm so competitive. And if I'm going on here, I'm doing anything to win. But if you look at, like, I'm playing with one of my best friends, that's a tough sitch.
Got to respect it.
Got to respect
Loyalty.
the friendship. Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
She ran that game, though. Rhea
she played the best game.
That game.
And that's why when I tell you, if they wouldn't have voted Rhea, I would have I was gonna run out on my streets screaming curse words,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is something I don't do because
Dude.
I felt like they would have.
It would have just been wrong.
My thing is like, you have to vote for who played the best
Yeah.
game, and it was so clear that she did.
Everybody in my house knew that I was watching this and like knew that they were going to announce the winner soon. The way I screamed, I mean, I went, ah, she won, as loud as I possibly could.
Mhm.
And I hear Nate from downstairs, that's amazing. And I was just like, oh my God.
Yep.
When we hop on with them
Oh my God.
today, it'll be a week from,
Oh
Yeah.
my God. When this comes out.
yes, when this comes out, we will be recording with them.
Oh my
we
God.
have to tell them we were the ones at the Boston show that had the sign that said all I want for Christmas.
Yeah, we will.
And we've been rooting for you.
We've been rooting for you this whole time.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
Yep.
You played the best game by far. That's all I want to say to her is,
Yeah.
Rhea, we were rooting for you the whole way. You played the best game by far,
Yeah.
and I am glad that the jury saw that.
It made it easy to root for
That's
her.
all I want to say.
Can you imagine if she had like played it poorly and we had to be like, go,
Go,
Rhea.
No, she played the best game.
Yeah. Expert.
And I freaking love that.
Expert level.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there was our Surviving Barstool rant. Really, though,
I could talk about this for hours.
guys, go on. It is a great rec.
It's
Go
so
on
good.
YouTube. They're hour-long episodes. There's 12 episodes.
Season 4 is what just came out.
And
Season 3 was good too.
It was so good. Even with us just spoiling it, if you heard, it is still so freaking
It's
good.
so good.
Okay.
Okay.
Another show that we've got to talk about.
Yes.
The Traitors.
Okay.
Whew, the first 4 episodes are out. Well, now the 5th one will be out, but we've watched the first 4.
Yep. So we don't need to recap each episode.
No.
I think for the sake of time. But I will say that I'm loving, of course, our guy.
Boston Rob.
And I'm loving Wes as a faithful.
Oh, little Wessie.
Yep.
Except he's clocking Boston Rob. So there's my internal turmoil is going on because
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, I love Boston Rob, but I love a little Wessie.
I know. He just is so...
No, you know who I'm
They both
obsessed
are.
with?
Hmm.
Efron. Dylan Efron.
Oh my God.
If they get rid of him, I will. I might actually cry because I love seeing him on my screen.
Yeah.
He's so freaking cute with those baby blues and his smile, and he's actually
They
playing the
probably
game.
will get rid of him because he's giving Pilot Pete.
I know,
He's too smart.
but I think
He's got to play it.
I think Boston
cooler.
Rob's going to try to keep him around for a little bit because
Yeah.
now Boston Rob has him in his pocket.
When he said,
oh no, the actor. That was amazing.
when he said, my brother, I grew up with an actor brother or whatever.
no, he's like, well, I grew
know
up around
acting.
an actor. I know acting, and then
He goes,
Bob-
not a good
Bob
one.
the drag queen goes, not a good one. Everyone's jaw dropped,
Everyone's like,
including mine. Which I have to say this, like, I think Boston Rob had to do that. Boston
Yeah.
Rob had to turn on his own traitor because Bob the drag queen literally said, well, I mean, one of those new guys has to be a traitor. He said that in front of everyone.
And then he said, I swear to God.
which I didn't like all that.
No.
I don't have
No,
with that.
that was wild. And then he's like, I said, I swear to God, but I don't believe in God. I'm a traitor. I was like, oh, that was a good mic drop. I didn't know how he was going to take that.
I
'cause
don't like
That's
that.
a hard thing to come back from.
I just don't like that. My thing is
You
like,
can't do that. You can't be like, I swear on my mother's life. I swear on my children's
yeah,
life.
you shouldn't be swearing on God, your mother's life, your children, anyone's life.
no.
Like, I just don't get
They
down.
didn't sign up for traitors.
I don't get down with that.
No.
But I will say, like, Bob the drag queen was not a good traitor because he was putting himself out there way too much. You have to kind of fly under the radar
And then stick your neck
and just
out.
like a little bit,
Yeah.
a little here, a little there, a little
Mhm.
whisper here. Find someone that trusts you, talk to them. But you can't just be like the
Yeah.
whole time. And he was. And then he made that comment, and I was like, oh, you're not going to throw Boston Rob under the bus and think you're going to get away with it.
Mm-mm.
Boston Rob will take you down
Yeah,
with just a few words. And he did at that round table. I was
Yep.
like, get him.
I loved it. What's her name? Carolyn is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
But she's flying under the radar,
She's
even with her cuckoo-ness.
Off her rocker. Every time she's in that confessional talking to the camera, I'm like, girl, blink twice. Are you okay?
Blink twice. I think that
I
this
like
is-
her though.
Oh, me too.
It's endearing.
I think this is going to be interesting how this plays out because Danielle and her are pissed at Boston Rob and now they
Yeah.
don't trust him. It's just going to be hard for him. Like, I think it was the right move for him because Bob the drag queen was not liking that they
But Danielle still wrote his name down.
you got to save yourself. But I think now her and Carolyn are going to try to figure out how can we throw Boston Rob under the bus. But the thing is Boston Rob now has people trusting him because he said, hey, if he's not a traitor, vote me out next. Smartest thing
Mm-hmm.
you can do as a traitor. Smartest thing.
Let me ask you this. Who do you think, if they did have to recruit, which 4 traitors is a bit much, they might just keep it at 3 for a while and then get down to 2 and then recruit.
That's what'll happen, yeah.
But let's say that Danielle's off next week or whatever, and
Yep.
then they have to recruit. Who are they recruiting?
God, the Efron is such a good, because he's so faithful.
Efron's great, and I think Wes is great.
Oh, I would love a Wessie.
Because Wes is a shield.
I would love a Wessie traitor.
I think they're both equally good choices. One for what you said, like it's just like a strategically.
Strategically, they all think he's a faithful, and people are listening to him. So that's a great traitor to bring.
And he's hot. He's got that innocent little face.
God, he's so
You can tell he's genuine. So that would be genius.
Love him.
But Wes is super smart and would be a great shield if you ever needed to throw someone under the bus. He's like, I mean, he's asking for it.
It's Slipping Wes.
Yeah. Just his face.
I would love either of those choices.
Yeah.
So I'm just loving this season. I was a little worried about the cast list, but they brought in Boston Rob and Wes and Derek, which Derek hasn't shown anything yet, but he will. He was so good on Big Brother. So I'm waiting for
he's biding his time.
I'm waiting for him to come out with his breakout moment because it will happen. I'm like that they brought them in because I think without them, I would not be loving it. I'm going to be honest with you. The only person I would have liked is Efron.
And even with like the first 3 episodes, they voted out some very good personalities that would have like spiced things up. Like Dorinda, Ayan.
I'm really sad that they killed off Jeremy.
Yeah. I don't know Jeremy, but those two, Survivor. They would have brought drama and like they would have been like Robin, but like with way more personality.
Yeah.
Like they kept the boring housewives in. Love them. Love Dolores. But they kept the boring ones in.
I'm just saying, if they didn't bring those gamers in, I don't think this season would be rocking.
No,
and I like that it's rocking, baby. And Boston Rob, thank you. I hope you can stick around for a really long time because
he might win it all.
I just love watching him on my screen. It just brings me so much joy. Also, it's so funny, Robin, because all these people that are watching Traitors that don't know Boston Rob, they're like, what is the obsession with this guy? Why he's not even cute? He's not even handsome. I mean, and then all the TikTok girlies have started making edits of Hot Boston Rob of him back in the day because he was.
And then people being like,
now I see it. Yeah. Now I see it because obviously now he's just like, a 50-year-old man who looks like a dad of 5 girls, He's Boston Rob, but back in the day when he was on Survivor, he was handsome and charming. He could get it. And so everyone's making edits to make sure that everyone's like, no, y'all need to see what Boston Rob's allure is. So that cracks me up. Every time it pops up, I'm like, I love it.
Love it. Cool.
All right. Now we're going to get into all the now things we need to talk about over the last few weeks.
Yes.
All right, let's go to the now. Okay, so starting off with some good, cute news, which we kind of touched on with Patricia-kins, but we need to call it out specifically. Zendaya and Tom engaged at last.
At last.
The cutest little couple.
Just flying under the radar with that engagement.
No, really, and I can't get enough of them. Like, anytime I see them, I'm just like, yes. And they keep most things private, but they're giving us a little bit here and there.
Yeah,
it's just
especially,
perfect.
I feel like Tom, whenever he's interviewed, he'll speak about her.
Yes.
And she kind of will, but I love the little nuggets that we get from him.
So
but turns out, because everyone's speculating over this ring that she shows up in and how it's on that hand and how people are analyzing where it came from and how much it cost. But then in Tom Holland's dad's Patreon, he's the one that really dropped the news officially that said, no, Tom went to Zendaya. God.
Oh, no, you did not.
It's in my head now. It's in my head. Oh, no. I have to keep this in too now.
Yeah, you do. Zendaya.
So Tom went to Zendaya. I got the yips.
Tom went to Zendaya's dad to ask permission.
Yes, thank you. I can't even say her name. Her name is Z now.
Anyway.
I love you.
Anyway, Tom Holland's dad, who puts out a blog, and told the whole story of their engagement and all the things that happened. Is there anything you'd like to say here?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to say her name wrong again.
Okay. Anyway.
Do you think that they're mad at him for doing that?
No, I think it's fine.
It's whatever.
I'm sure they don't care.
Yeah.
Love them. The moral of this story is apparently we can't talk about this. Moral of the story is we love them.
Zendaya.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Love Island All-Stars.
Yes. So it has started. I've watched a few episodes. I don't think Robin has yet.
I haven't had time. I'm really looking forward to when I do have time, and I'm just going to binge because I can go to ITV and...
I kind of wish I hadn't started it so that I could binge a little, but...
You can use my ITV login.
It's okay. I'm just going to slow up. I've got some other things I can watch. It's all good.
So the cast.
The OG cast, which some bombshells have come through, but let's talk about the OG cast that's starting out the villa in Love Island All-Stars.
Yep. So we have Catherine from season 10, which love.
Yep.
Curtis from season 5.
The dancer.
Sure. I believe that you're really looking for love. Elma, season 5, she didn't really ring a bell for me.
She was only in for like 6 days with Anton, I think.
Yeah. Gabby from season 3.
Oh, I know her because she's been on the challenge.
Got it.
I like her. She's fun.
India, season 5.
She was on for a couple days too.
Yeah.
She may have come from Casa, honestly.
Kaz, who cannot be more obsessed with her short haircut if she tried.
Yeah.
It's like, we get it. Get your hands off of it. Stop touching your damn hair and doing this.
You
That's
should
just
wait
driving me
till you
nuts.
watch. Yeah.
Luca Bish.
The man sells fish.
I love it. Marcel, don't remember him.
Oh, and from the Blazing Squad? Oh, come on, Robin.
They all blur together.
Oh, Robin.
Nas, I remember him.
You're remembering the more recent people. You're not thinking of the OGs.
No.
Marcel and Gabby were together on season 3. They're exes.
I watched it so long ago.
They're exes.
Got it.
They dated after the villa, and now they're exes in the villa together. It's a very interesting dynamic.
Yeah. Olivia, that swimsuit is hot.
She's looking lovely in there.
Mm-hmm. Ronnie, of course, season 11.
Can't stand him. I
No,
don't know
he
what the
looks-
allure is there.
he
Ladies,
looks
please
so
tell me
slimy.
why you think he's hot, because
See,
I can't find it.
But I remember Scott.
Scotty!
He's hot.
He's like 42 and sober now.
Wow.
That's a lie. 39 and sober.
That's all I got on this list.
Those are the OGs.
All right.
We'll just give
Let's
you a
see
little
who else
taste.
comes in.
The first bombshell, that's all I'm going to say,
Tell me.
is Ekin. Ekin Sue,
I think I saw
baby.
that in the trailer.
So it's really good. I've watched a few episodes. I'm into it.
Have you seen any of Davide?
No, I don't know if he's coming in or not.
That would
It's rumored.
Be epic.
It's rumored.
They need to get Ekin Sue loved up.
You're a liar.
Not locked down, but loved up.
You're an actress.
And then drop him in there.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. God, we need Ekin Sue and Davide back.
Yeah, I mean, she's in there, but I don't know about Davide. He hasn't come in yet. There's rumors, but there was rumors about a lot of people. There's rumors about Gemma, and Luca's in there. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is going to be a really good season with who they bring in.
They need to bring in Emma just so we can all go,
Who's Emma?
I love it.
But yeah, so
Exciting.
it's very exciting. We'll talk about this more as we watch more of the season for sure.
Yep.
Okay, Robin, did you see this little news about
I did.
look what you just made me do?
Mhm.
Look what you made me do.
I did see
There
this.
was a little drop, a little teaser on the old Shazam app
Mhm.
of Look What You Made Me Do, Taylor's version.
Yep. She registered it as a song that can be recognized by Shazam.
So
Why would she do that?
if it's not going to exist very soon?
Yeah.
I think it's happening soon, no matter what.
I mean, it has to.
So
be.
let's flip and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
exciting.
In some sadder news, couple breakups we
Couple
need to talk
breakups.
about.
Yep. So we had Paige DeSorbo of I always want to say
Summer
Southern
House.
Charm, but yeah, of Summer House, and Craig from Southern Charm. They've been together for 3 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
Kind of his redemption arc has been getting with Paige. One of the storylines on the season of Southern Charm is that she's kind of taking him away from his friendships with Austin and Shep, etc. That she's changing him. He's saying that he's okay with not having kids soon, and then they cut to all the times of him talking about having kids over the years on Southern Charm. But they kind of, as if they were married, irreconcilable. It was a very peaceful, seemingly peaceful
Mutual breakup.
But everybody's very sad about it. Of course, the haters on the internet came after Paige for it because they're always going to take the man's side, especially a Bravo audience that loves Southern Charm and that loves, thinks that Craig can do no wrong.
Well, like you said, too, with his redemption arc, I'm sure they're grasping onto that.
Yeah. And she didn't need him. She's always been about that of
She's
I'm not going to
very
move to Charleston.
independent.
I'm very
Yeah.
independent. I'm not going to change for you. If you want to come to New York, great. I'll go visit you there. But I'm not going to go out, move to the suburbs, get married, and get knocked up immediately.
You know what?
She's got a career.
Not to change the subject, but in adjacent to that, I had a whole conversation about being independent in relationships this weekend, a long one of just how important I think it is.
It
And
is.
specifically to me, how important it is.
Yeah.
I just think you both have to be able to do your own thing.
Yep.
And also come back together and celebrate each other in that. And I just think that's very important.
And I admired that about their relationship, but a lot of the haters on the internet are going to have qualms with that. So fuck the haters. And we wish them all the best.
We wish them both the best.
Yep.
And then another breakup. This one was kind of wild from the Bachelor Nation, Rachel and Matt.
Yeah.
And they post constantly. All we see is fun content from them. And then this came out of nowhere.
It's another one of those,
And he
influencer-esque couples that you think everything's perfect.
Yeah, and what's weird is he posted and she hasn't posted. They didn't do like a joint post like Craig and Paige did.
Yeah.
It was like he posted out of nowhere. She still hasn't said anything. So I don't think it's as mutual, as that one was. Or at least it's not coming off that way.
Did you see that Paige was like seen out at a football game with this guy that was like the ex? She went to an Eagles game, which that alone was controversial for some reason. If she is dating somebody that's like also in the public eye and that's like was recently associated with someone else mildly famous, that's just, I don't like that move.
Or they're friends.
And then good for her.
You can have friends.
She's going to be outside. Get over it.
She can go to an Eagles game if she wants.
Right.
Speaking of, that's our next topic we're going to talk about. Because it's very now. Let's talk. We talked about the Texans Chiefs, but let's talk Super Bowl predictions.
Okay.
And kind of what's going on. I just want to say that I put this down and I have it in writing with multiple people. I asked Super Bowl predictions weeks ago and I said Bills versus Eagles was what I landed on. And so far, so good, baby. Yeah. The Bills beat the Ravens, which was, everyone was not on my side. Everyone that I was with was like, nah, Lamar's going to run all over them. I'm like, no, y'all are underestimating my Joshy Poo because he crushed it, of course, and the Bills ended up winning. So I think Bills beat the Chiefs. They beat them this season. I think Bills beat the Chiefs again.
Okay.
And then I think Bills and I think the Eagles, you're not touching Saquon right now. That man is next level.
We never talked about that whenever we were doing our fantasy final recap. We were going to talk about who our season MVPs were and stuff like that. We just forgot to talk about it, but he was at the top of the list. Was Josh mine. And mine was Saquon.
So I think it's Bills versus Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and maybe that's just wishful thinking because I'm a sucker for Joshy Poo.
Yeah.
And I have friends that are friends with Jalen.
Yeah.
And Franny is a
I was going to say,
fan.
I would want Eagles for Franny.
I would want it for Jalen.
As in Fran from Chicks in the Office.
Yeah, I would want it for Jalen just because I have friends that are actually friends with him.
Yeah.
So that I think, and he's just like a good guy that, came from the tough side of Houston.
So should we go buy some Eagles gear and
couldn't be me.
Let's fly to Buffalo and then go out to the bars and wear it in Buffalo.
You know what I'm saying? LOL. I'm not trying to go in that negative
I'm
10
just
degrees.
Kidding.
I just want to say this, that I have never bought another team's merch, except I did buy a Boston Red Sox hat when I visited Fenway and did the tour. But you'll never catch me out here wearing it.
Right.
But I bought it to have.
Yeah.
It sits in my closet and looks nice.
There you go.
But I don't rock other teams' merch. Okay. Right. But I would love
bitch is loyal.
The bitch is loyal. And I would just like to say that I really hope that it's Bills versus Eagles because I think it'll be a great game. And I would love to cheer for both those teams.
And you like being right.
And I like being right. Also, if the Chiefs make it, and they could possibly get a three-peat. That's amazing. It's not like I'm anti-Chiefs.
If that happens, I will wear my Chiefs sweater. Although Nate washed and dried both of my Abercrombie sweaters, and they are so pilly, so I'm going to have to buy one of those things.
Oh, no.
They're both so pilly.
Oh, no. I also would worry about the shrinking.
Yeah, I haven't even tried them on. I'm like, I wouldn't even wear them. They look like they're 10 years old.
That's tough.
Yep.
That's tough.
Yep.
If the Chiefs go and they're, going for their three-peat and you cheer for the Chiefs, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But if they're going to get there, I don't want to see these refs screwing over Joshy Poo next round.
Yeah.
That's going to piss me all the way off.
Yep.
It's going to piss me all the way off. So, go Joshy Poo. Okay. All right. Time for the Rex?
Mm-hmm. Okay. My rec.
What you got?
Is basically, I'm Gen Alpha.
What?
Because all the teens, according to our 23-year-old friend that works with teens, all the teens are obsessed with this. My daughter and I have a battle of who can get the best high score. Block Blast.
Never heard of it.
Block Blast.
It's just a game on your phone?
It's just a game on your phone. You have to put the blocks where they go and not run out of room. If you make a line up and down or right to left, it disappears.
Very Tetris.
It's very Tetris-esque. Sometimes it starts with a blank screen, and then you can just keep filling it, and then you have to, it gives you 3 at a time. So if it gave me one right now that had the 6 or 3x3, I wouldn't have anywhere to put it. So my goal right now would be to put the other 2 somewhere, like that would go there, that would go there, boom.
Yep.
And it does this very satisfying little haptic movement, vibration.
If you need a new game on your phone, team.
It's great because I'm now listening to Flame. It's great because I don't have to think about this game. I can listen to my book while playing this game. But I do have an ad blocker on my phone. So whenever I'll die, it'll say revive 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't watch an ad to come back to life. And so Sawyer has now beat my high score because she doesn't have an ad blocker. And I'm like, this is not apples to apples, sister.
True.
I'm getting 17,457 with no revive button.
You know what's good?
That's very difficult.
You know what's good is this is good practice if you ever were going to be on some sort of like Survivor game show because it's puzzle and strategic.
Yeah. I love it. It's just a good little mindless game. You know, I'm still doing my Wordle. I'm still doing my connections. I'm still doing my mini crossword.
I don't do any of that.
I now do all of the LinkedIn games that are really fun. There's like a Queens one, and then there's a one, it's called Tango. Those 2 are really fun. The other 2 are meh. But I love little daily things. This one I can just, once I've done those, they're done for the day. So whenever I just need a little mindless entertainment, I'm just blasting blocks.
There you go.
That's my rec.
Okay. My rec, I have 2. One are these jeans that I'm wearing.
They're so good.
But you didn't like them on you. So we do want a caveat.
They did not.
Like I need to like stand up and show y'all, but I'm not going to.
I'll put a link right here or a picture of the
Future Collective is the brand at Target. They're
the
Target
way
jeans.
I could not go to their website fast enough. Bought these jeans.
I walked in the office, y'all. It was like I was a brand new woman. Everyone was obsessed with how I looked that day.
So good on you.
Yeah.
So I went and bought them. The size that I got was too big. I went and bought another size and I wore them to work. And I walked in and I was like, I kept the tags on because I was like, I don't think I am going to keep these.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a few people kind of gauge it and everybody was like,
no.
And they just felt wrong on my body.
Mm.
Just something about the way things were cut.
I mean, they all fit different people differently.
It was just wild. I was so disappointed.
Yeah, no, I walked in. Everyone was obsessed. I wore them the other day again. And I quote, Kaley, you're looking snatched.
Yeah.
I was like, these jeans are
you
magic.
Need to go buy some other, like in that brand, if they have other similar cuts.
I need to look. But
yeah,
they like have.
I love the like
cargo-y almost. And they're like kind of loose.
They're like a barrel cut. Yeah.
They're like barrel cut, but they're.
Michelle said they're barreling, but not in all the right places for me.
To you?
I was like, you're so right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Everyone was on me. Like I was literally a new woman.
They're
like I lost
made for you.
50 pounds and was a supermodel.
They look amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. So I recommend these. We'll have Robin link to them for y'all because they look great on me. Go try them on and make sure they look great on y'all.
Go try them on.
I'm getting compliments left and right on these
I was
jeans.
very disappointed.
So that's my first rec. My second rec is Benefit Lip Stain.
Okay.
Lip/cheek stain. And the reason it's my rec is because, especially for people that work from home and don't want to put on makeup.
Yeah.
For when you're sitting at home taking meetings, right? I am now fully embracing this and not putting on makeup at home unless I absolutely have to. You just put a little on your cheeks, and I do a little on my nose because you know I like a little blush on my nose. And then I do my lips, and then I do the Summer Fridays like lip balm on top of it. And it gives you color all day long. So it almost looks like you have a little bit of makeup on. You have some life to you, but you don't have to do a full face of makeup. I literally do 2 dots on each cheek, 1 dot on the nose, and I do my lips.
And it brings you alive.
Yeah, and then you pat it. Give it like 10, 20 seconds to dry. And then bam, you've got color in your face and your lips have color all day long.
And it lasts.
Okay. So I fully recommend the Benefit Lip Stain. I think I got it off Amazon. They have Sephora has it, wherever Ulta has it.
I've seen it. I may even swear it might even have like a little trial size of it. I've never used it.
Oh, it's wonderful. So I think it's really good for those days when you need to have a little makeup on, but you don't want to put makeup on. This is a great alternative.
And I trust your ex, girl. I mean, for many reasons, but for example, the Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss that you gave me for Christmas is now almost empty because I use that shit all the time. I love it. Love it.
Trust my Rex, peeps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think that's all we got.
That's all we got for this week. Thanks for watching and listening. Please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. We really appreciate it.
We sure do. And we'll see y'all next week. Oh my God. And we'll be breaking down our Chicks performance.
That's right.
So we'll see y'all next week. And we'll talk about how we did on the Chicks. Eek.
All right.
Bye.